Alright, so we are here on my POV. It is your favorite racer, number 5 in the D3. In the drivers, D3 Drivers Championships, number 77 on the track, but number 1 in your hearts. Alex Lehman, I will be doing your uh, comms while driving today for HDR. I'm just gonna take a step away for now while we get ready. Still a couple minutes away from starting, but yeah, round 7, D3 in Singapore. Alright, so we are readying up, just not on the grid for now, but I think a 10th is coming during qualifying. So, looks like we're looking at a single qualifying session and just 10 drivers. Oh, excuse me. But welcome, round 7. First race of the weekend. We have D2 coming up tomorrow, and of course, Division 1 coming up on Sunday. But this is your D3 race. Starting off the weekend here in Singapore. Tricky track. I'd expect to maybe see a safety car or two today. Not much space out there on these street tracks. Walls are very close and a lot of places to crash out. Set up and everything. Looking at any rain. Not seen rain yet this season. Bit of a surprise, but get out there and do a lap. Correct setup. Double check. Got that Singapore setup on there. Alright, let's get out there, folks. Looks like the Alpine's out right in front of me. Probably won't be the second car out there either. Let's see. Who hops out in front of me? Oh. Hopefully I can put in a pretty decent first lap. We will see. Let me just start a party. Someone here's my bullshit. Alright, folks. Where's my sound? There it is. And the third person out on the track, it looks like behind an Alpine and maybe a V-Carb. Probably of Curtis, or I think Flo is with us today. D2 driver who's filling in as a reserve. I believe it's one of those two guys in front of me. Focus right now will be on my lap. Obviously, this race will be streamed from my point of view today. We don't have anybody on comms who's not racing, so I've stepped in to fill in time being. So welcome. Do my best to provide a decent commentary from my limited point of view. And, you know, while I'm trying to focus on driving, but I'll see what we can do. This is my first outlet. Really slow in that first corner for me. Still on track, so that's a positive. I'm definitely going to lose a lot of time. Hit the curb way too much on the inside there. Second and third turn, whatever that is. Considered. I don't think we're going to be looking at a personal best lap here, but it's always going to be important to get a time on the board. Continue to go deep, and it's not really on the line I want to be on. Definitely put in better laps around here. Decent amount of battery though to get to the line. I would expect to have a faster lap than that 129 usually, but I don't know. This hasn't been the best lap. Let's see, I'm gonna come across the line. Yep, right behind that 129 to 1. So a lot of work to do, especially to catch up to our provisional pole, who is Flo in that V carb. I just want to be careful of anybody that might be coming behind me for a fast lap attempt. Don't want to cause any unnecessary traffic. There's a Williams, a Roy de Boy. I believe he is one of our leading drivers in this Division 3. When I get back to the pitch, I will check. I do believe that Roy de Boy is one of our leading championship contenders. I think he's within the top 3 as it stands. Obviously the lap that I put in is not going to be good enough or competitive enough. I'm going to have to improve massively on that. I want to improve my start position. Just putting in some practice, and my race pace around here felt much better than my qualifying pace. Which does seem to be a common trend. But we'll see. Still have 2 more attempts here, and I'm going to try my best to put in the second right away as well. I really don't want to waste any time. I'll wait on the third. I'll wait on the third one, I meant to say, but yeah, I'd like to just get the second one over with, to be honest. We're coming to the pits. We'll check our leaderboard. I have to remember that the speed limit here is 60 and not 80. Kind of speeding penalty last race. Yeah, it's never fun. As I continue to just fall further and further down the rank, which I'm not surprised how it's not a good lap for me. Getting an 8th out of 9th, and that might be out of 8 people who have driven a lap. So I really gotta fix that. And like I said, I lost a lot of time right off the bat in Sector 1. Let's check our leaderboard, see what we got. Switch my tires real quick. We got Angie who leads the way with a 127.5. Curtis just has not put in a time yet. I know Curtis was having some wheel problems earlier. Let's look at him now. He was having issues earlier, he said, with his pedals, and he was having some constant, no matter what he was doing, his car was constantly braking, whether it was on the straights, whether it was on the turns, so obviously that is not ideal. Not what you want, but it does look like he's on his outlap now. And just starting his hot lap, so let's stay on board with him for Sector 2. Be his whole lap. I think I have plenty of time. Before I need to do my second run. Let's see. Curtis is the only one behind me now. Like I said, pretty bad run in that first go around. Curtis, the last person to put in a lap. Let's see what my first sector time was. It was a 26.7. And Curtis is behind that with a 26.9. So as of now, Curtis on pace for 9th place. As a reminder, we only have 9 cars as the grid as it stands. We do believe we have a 10th joining during this qualifying session, but another small grid today. Again, just 9 drivers for now, possibly 10 to start this race. My Sector 2 is going to come in at a 37.5. His is going to come in at a... I'm going to find out very soon. Just a few seconds here. Well, much better Sector 2 than I did, so he is a little bit ahead of me. I just did not put in a good lap, but anyway. So I'm going to go back out there. Make sure I switch tires. I did, okay.
Okay, me again, mate. We've made some changes.
So I do believe I'm going to drop in the last place once Curtis finishes his lap. Probably see them once I leave the garage here.
During the practice sessions, and think about how you might use them on race day. I'll check back with you soon to chat more about it.
Let's see, yes, I am in 9th, so Curtis didn't improve that much over me, yeah, just enough. 8th place. But yeah, that's not good. It's sitting in 9th out of 9th as it stands, so we'll look for a big improvement here. So we start our outlap for a second attempt at a time.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel
Here in
remaining
Singapore, not one of my strongest tracks. Let's see what we can do. Only good enough to get past Curtis, so sitting in 8th. I gotta see what I can do in my very last attempt, my 3rd attempt. Gotta wait. I gotta enter the pits first, but I think I'm gonna have to wait a couple minutes before I time it perfectly, try to get up there right before the session ends. Just in front of Curtis, behind the rest of the grid for now. Just 5 minutes, 36 seconds ago, here in our first and only qualifying session before, I believe, a 31 lap race. Around the streets of Singapore. Whatever city in Singapore this is. Ooh, but Havis is out of the session, so he will not be able to improve on his time. Looks like he crashed in that tricky part of sector 2, over that bridge section. Little bridge section. With the other incident.
Confirmed.
Came in contact with the wall and his qualifying session is over, so he will do no better than 7th. If maybe he gets jumped by me or Curtis. No guarantee, but it's definitely a possibility. We will see. I'm not going to have as much time as I really thought here, chilling in the pits. Just over 4 minutes as I enter the pit lane and my crew gets ready to bring me back in. Let's see. I'm going to have to switch on that new set and get ready to go pretty quickly here. I think most of the other drivers are already out on the track. I will say though, I'm not fast around here. Yeah, sitting in 8th. Sitting in 8th as it stands. I mean, I think a good, at least a second away from pole. Probably a little bit more than that. Yeah, 1.7. And to be honest, I don't think my personal best around here is right about where Oliver's time is, so I'm not going to come anywhere near pole with these guys. Angie, Flo, Truxy, Rotorboy, Fiction, all very quick drivers here.
Right, so far, our best lap.
It's going to be tough for me to get in that top 5, but maybe I can do something with Oliver. We'll see. Let's see who is out on the track right now. There's actually not really anybody out on the track. There's Curtis who's out there. He's just starting his hot lap. So let's see where this lap compares. I only have really a minute to watch him here. Max. But I would like to see whether this, at least the Sector 1, compares to his first Sector 1. Oh, I'd imagine. We're looking at an outlap then right here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so we're gonna look away from that. Unless that was a... Oh, so he just finished the high lap already. He's right behind me. He's still in 9th, and that is going to be his last attempt. He's not going to have time to do another. I don't know how many people are in the same situation. Let's see. Oliver maybe, because it looks like Oliver's done 3 laps, so maybe that was Oliver's last attempt. But either way, yeah, some cars are going back on the track now. I am going to do the same. This is going to be my last attempt. Sitting in 8th out of 9th drivers. With who's on the grid, I can't say I'm too surprised, but I am still going to try my best to get out of this position, move up at least 1 or 2 spots. Let's see what I could do. Sitting right behind... I don't know who that is there. Maybe a Williams. I don't have a ton of time to mess around here. I gotta get out there and get my car ready for this lap. Another car behind me funneling out of the grid. They're gonna have a tough time making it to the line in time. Oh no, never mind. That was Curtis coming in. Yeah, that's Curtis. The session is over. Ice Cream, what up, buddy? I don't think any McLarens, if I'm going to be honest with you. We only have 9 people on the grid right now, and 10 overall if R-Web does join, but I don't see R-Web joining right now, and I don't think he's part of McLaren. So we have a very small grid today. Unfortunate, but just what we are dealing with. Yeah, so what you are looking at right now is actually our full grid. But I don't believe there are any McLarens out there. And Ice Cream, I apologize again for our practice session the other day, where you guys were showing us ghosted. That was crazy. Because, yeah, we were doing some laps around here, and you and me made contact a couple times. And it eventually led to you DNFing, and then I DM'd you because I was very confused. Yeah, I know, it's just a very, very weird situation. Good thing it's practice, right? Alright, so... See what we can do, folks. I'm taking that too wide. It's not helping me at all. Oh, I thought that was about to be an invalidation. This is not the best lap anyway. A lot of time made up there that I didn't know I could make up cutting those curves. That's interesting. Whoa, Angie. Somehow missed that wreck. Angie found himself in the wall in Sector 2. Not the first person this session to do that either. Let's see if I can improve my position at all. I think I did. I think maybe I did by 1 or 2. I think I might have got past Bahavish. Yeah, I did. Okay. I didn't get by Oliver, but I will be starting this race not on the back grid. I will be starting in 7th place. Let's see our starting grid. I saw Angie crash out, but he will still be on pole. So Angie in Q3 will be our pole sitter for the Williams team, followed by Flo and X in 2nd, followed by Fexen, Truxy, Roydaboy, and then following up on the back of the grid is Oliver, myself, Bahavish, and J.W. Curtis. So that is our starting grid for this race, Division 3, Round 7, here in Singapore. We'll see where we are in terms of a start time. I believe Angie is our host today, so we will wait on his word when that start time will be. Let's check our race strategy. Make sure we update our fuel load. I think we are just going to look at that one stopper if there are no safety cars. A run on the mediums to start to lap 15, and then a 16 lap stint on the hards to end. We're not looking at any rain, partly cloudy skies. Not that that really matters. Of course, we're racing at the nighttime here in Singapore, but again, no rain in the forecast. So weather should not be a factor. We will see how this race ends up. Again, only 9 drivers. We were hoping for R-Web to join during qualifying and make it a full 10. Right now, that is not the case. He's yet to join this race. Awfully close to the start time. And it becoming too late for him to do so. So let's see. Looks like Angie is typing, getting ready to announce our start time when we should be readying up. In 2 minutes. So we are starting up at 56 after. I believe that is the same time that we started last week. So we're right on schedule. Good job by our lobby host Angie, keeping everything on track. Ready to go. Again, a reminder that our Williams team, who has a pole sitter with Angie today, is leading our Constructors' Championship with a solid 381 points. I know Ice Cream was in chat earlier. He's the team principal at McLaren. They are 60 points behind that Williams team, so Angie, I think, is going to be guaranteed for points no matter what today. But Ice Cream, who was in chat earlier, is going to be hoping that maybe that point grab is not a big one, as they are the 2 teams battling for the Constructors' Championship right now. Behind them is Red Bull, Mercedes, and Ferrari. Aston in 6th, Alpine in 7th, Sauber, Haas, and V-Carb. Back of the grid. A very strong season for Williams so far. Big Melt, the team principal. And Angie continuing that trend so far today. Again, on pole. We are starting this race any second now. So we're now 56 after. Let's see that countdown, that 30-second countdown begin right now. Here we go, folks. 31 laps here in Singapore. Watching from my POV. Hopefully it's not dead last, but do not expect it to be first. If we are battling for a podium, that would be incredible. I don't expect it to happen, but we are 10 seconds away. No formation lap, right to the action. Let's see. Hopefully I get a good start. Hard track to overtake.
Okay, clutch out. Go, go, go.
Nice move by the Harvest, shall I say, on the inside? Oh, bad move by me. I just hit the fucking... Ah, shit. Oh, Curtis by because... Alright, so we are now in dead last. But we do not have damage, so that's a good thing. At least say that we did damage free. I hit the wall a little bit there, so I thought maybe we got a little bit of wing damage. That is not the case. So, drop 2 positions off the start. Nice move by the Havish, and Curtis following up on my mistake, taking advantage. I think Andrew is still our leader in first. It's unfortunately hard for me to tell from where I am, but judging by the colors on the minimap, does appear to be the case.
DRS now available.
I really gotta stay within DRS if I have any chance of doing anything this race. I just do not have the pace the last couple of weeks at all. I'm burning all my battery already just to stay within DRS, and it's not even helping me. No. Fortunately, these last couple of weeks, I just haven't been anywhere near the pace. I'm doing my best to stay in the fight here.
You might experience
Whoa!
now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
That's almost very bad. Like Curtis trying to get by Havis there. And again, not an easy track to make overtakes happen, so Havis making it tough on Curtis. Fastest lap from Angie. Followed up by Roy the Boy right behind him. And fastest lap right away. About a 10th better. I'm out of DRS and I'm just falling further and further behind these guys, unfortunately. A lot of incidents, I think that'll just continue to happen. I do see some fighting up here, and it does appear Havis ended up in the wall. I don't know how that ended up, but maybe a contact between him, Curtis, or Oliver. All three were very close to each other there. Hard to tell, it's just around the blind corner from my point of view. It does get me back within DRS range for the time being.
Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. The car ahead has damaged the front wing, but it seems
Yeah,
fairly
they
minor.
did damage the front wing.
Last lap,
It said minor wing
1:31.4.
damage, but the
Okay,
Havas
drop
in
it
front
back by
does have
around
some wing
4
damage
tenths
from
a
that
lap. Give it
incident.
everything you got.
Oh, Curtis again running wide and now battling with Oliver. Very close to where him and Bahavis came together. I think just a turn earlier. So, seeing Curtis be very aggressive. These overtake attempts here. Didn't make it work with Bahavis. Did get by him. Hasn't gotten by Oliver yet. Is this 4 group of cars starting for me and ending in Oliver? Falling pretty far behind the rest of the pack.
Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Ooh, Bahavis losing the rear end a little bit. Close to an overtaking opportunity there, but not quite. And Bahavis struggling with that rear wing damage, or front wing damage most likely, I should say. Well, if I keep making contact with the wall like that, it's not going to be good for my race. It appears that damage probably a little too much for Bahavis. He comes in lap 5, front wing damage. Probably see a front wing change there. And let's see if the FIA has an incident to investigate after this race. Not sure. We will soon find out. And he goes onto the soft tires, says Bahavis. Probably banking on a safety car for the next 10 laps or so. Now it appears Jake Curtis has gotten by Oliver for the time being, but Oliver's not going to make it easy. Trying to fight back, but Curtis does get by for now. Nice move by Curtis on the inside of Oliver. Well, up to 6th place goes JW Curtis. Big move there for the V-Carb team. They have another driver, I believe, in a podium position with Florian. So, good day so far for the V-Carb team. Ooh, slow, really slow. Whoa, yeah, really slow by me through there. Almost lost it, trying to get back on the throttle. Gotta be more careful than that.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.9 seconds.
My only hope to get in front of one of these 2 drivers in front of me is for them to keep battling with each other. Maybe one gets pissed off track. We've seen it happen a couple times so far. Unfortunately, right now, a bit of a lonely race for me. 2 seconds behind the cars in front and 29 seconds in front of Bahavis behind. Again, very slow through that corner by me. Not the best. Obviously, Bahavis making up a good chunk of time behind on those first softs, but see if it's enough to undercut me, in a sense. I do eventually make my pit stop. 8 laps from now. Don't know how that wasn't a warning, but it was not. Getting track limits in really dumb places. If I continue to fall further behind over in front of me, it's very close to losing DRS on Curtis. That would help me a little bit. Oh, there I go, into the
Mind
wall.
that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
There goes my race, folks. Now I'm going to come into the pits and just coming for hards, I think. This has been a tough one. This has been a really tough one. Just do not have to pace around here whatsoever. And unfortunately, I cannot provide much of a commentary now, as I'm really going to be sitting way far behind everybody with this pit stop. Not much I can say.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
If I can at least get a good pit stop. Alright, I did, but have it DNF'd. Safety car, maybe?
Okay, go. Perfect
Anyone
job.
want to give me a
Turn in
safety
there,
car?
mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
I guess not. Not lucky enough for that.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty.
But have it DNF'd, so I won't finish last. Oh my god, what am I doing? I just damaged my wing again. On the pit exit. Oh, what a disaster, folks, this race has been. And then I'm in neutral coming out. This is a tough one to have on the hyperdrive account. This is probably one of my worst races. And with this wing damage, I can't do anything. I gotta come right back into the pits. Oh, this is a disaster, folks. I don't know what to do because I don't think I can go back on another set of hards. I don't think I have another set of hards here. I don't. God damn it. Can I just not change my tire and just change my wing? Can we do that? Damn it. Alright, well I'm gonna be lapped, I think, when I come back out here. I don't know. I actually have no idea. Who knows? But obviously a brutal stretch here. Just an absolute brutal sequence of events. I'm gonna sit on these hard tires for one lap and then come back in as we have damaged our wing. Just hoping to take these to the end, but it's not happening. Continue to tear this thing up. Alright. And back to the pits. Let's try this again. I'm probably going to be lapped by the time I come out of here. Yeah, this is a very embarrassing race. This has just gone nowhere for me. Pretty disappointing. We're now changing the wing.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go.
Right,
that was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
So I've now pitted twice already, where our leaders have not pitted at all, and I have in fact been lapped. So that is not what you want to see, but it is in fact what's going on. I'm sitting a full lap behind Angie. Right, I have blue flag, but I don't know really if I'm supposed to, like, what I'm supposed to do here. They're not, like, truly behind me. I don't know. I'm just trying to race. Obviously, if they get closer, I'll get them by, so I'm not bothering them. But oh my god, this is a disaster! What the fuck?
Blue flag conditions create a gap and let the car behind through. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Oh, I actually got DRS now that I'm as close to Angie, so that'll help me a little bit. Alright, now I need a safety car now that I've unlapped myself.
Blue flag.
Oh man, I'm just trying to
Not
race.
racing the car behind. Let them pass when you can.
I really need a fucking safety car. Have any chance of doing anything? Ah, shit. The unfortunate thing is I'm also definitely going to have to pit again. I got that wing damage once I switch to the hards. And 2 pit stops ready for me. It's going to be likely a 3-stopper, regardless of if we have a safety car or not. Probably going to come in either way. This race is just definitely not my track. Ooh, whoa, that was quite the save. Looks like our leaders are in the pits now, Angie and all them, so everyone's coming in for their first pit stops.
Keep an eye on that gap
Haven't
ahead,
pitted
please.
early.
47.1 seconds.
Curtis in the pits now as well. My fucking gear shifts are a fucking mess down here. Hey Mars, how you doing, buddy? Unfortunately, I'm sitting here in 8th place, not near anybody, so I don't have a lot to comms on. I'm doing a POV comms today. My race, I can't speak for the leaders. It looks like they're having a nice race. Yeah, my race is not going good. I just generally haven't played this game much lately. I just haven't had the time, and I just didn't have the pace today. And then I had an incident coming out of the pits after I pit, so I had to change my. I had to pit again, like right straight away. So I had to like pretty much pit on back-to-back laps, do a wing change, all that shit. So it's what it is. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have a lot to comms on at the moment from my POV because I'm very far behind everyone else. I was hoping for a safety car but obviously that has not come to fruition. Bahavich did crash out. Yeah, kind of just stuck in 8th place. 48 seconds behind the closest driver. So, not ideal, but here we are, driving around the streets of Singapore. Not my track, not my day. It happens. There's our buddy Ice Cream back in chat here with Mars. Oh, people studying for exams and whatnot. That's never fun. I'm so glad those days are over for me. And you'll never miss having to take exams once you no longer take them. I will tell you that for sure. Angie put in the fastest lap of 1:33, so a nice lap from Angie. Angie was on pole to start, and it looks like it's pretty much been on first ever since, so solid day for Angie and that Williams. Even though he crashed out in Q3, he still got the fastest time. Looks like still controlling this race as well from the lead.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Really need a safety car, but I have not got one. Angie following up on a fastest lap with another fastest lap, so continuing to get faster out there is Angie.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty.
And there's my 3-second penalty, so even if we got a safety car,
Let's get it done.
I am going to be under a lot of trouble with that 3-second penalty. But more likely than not, it is really not going to factor into this race in the final order. I'm very tempted to kind of just DNF from this one, but for the principle of it, I will not. And with the limited time I got playing this game anyway, it'd probably serve me well to get some fucking laps. Tires are pretty worn right now, at least that right front is. Yeah, the penalty's just a cherry on top of a real shit day. It is what it is. I think my setups are bad. I think my lack of being able to play is bad. I think, you know, I just think it's all bad right now. So. He goes, would be entertaining. No, it actually would probably. If it was anyone else, it would be entertaining because they wouldn't be 51 seconds behind the rest of the field. You could actually see something. You're just watching me do fucking laps by myself right now, 50 seconds behind everyone else. So actually, your statement, I would actually say your first statement, and I don't even take it personally, but I would say your first statement is more accurate you're correct in stating it. And not even like personally, just like because of where I am right now. And I'm just continuing to put in shit laps, man. And like I said, I just don't have any good setups. So that's not helping me, and I don't have time to play either. So that combination leads to this. Well, thank you, Ice Cream. I do appreciate it. Kind words getting me through this race, like I said. Pretty much streaming right now is the only thing stopping me from DNF in this run. I'm very, honestly, personally, pretty dejecting. Yeah, like this is just bad. Like this is just so non-competitive that it's just like I don't even know the word. It's just like it's so disappointing, you know? No, it's not. But it's not. Yeah, I wish I could say that was the reason, you know? It's just it's been a tough one. And last race too. Last couple races have just been pretty non-competitive for me, so I gotta figure that one out.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Yeah, I think the FIA really could have just like not given me that 3-second penalty. Oh, that would have been like I feel like that would have been a nice just like pat on the back thing to do.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Yeah, that's the second time I had a crazy save like that.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of
So
this
we are going to come out lapped by several cars. Didn't want another 10-second penalty because that's just extra embarrassing. Let's hop on the softs and just, I guess, have some fun for 10 laps, right? Let's see what we can do for 10 laps.
Okay, off we go. Back into the race. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted.
I am coming out a full lap behind pretty much everyone on the grid.
All right, we'll be doing
Fuck.
one more stop today.
This is the worst race I've ever had. Genuinely. Genuinely the worst race I've ever had. I have never been... I mean, I get it. I did an extra pit stop, whatever. And there have been no safety cars, but god damn, this is the most uncompetitive I've ever been in a race. The only reason I'm not in 9th is a car didn't finish the race. And the only reason I'm in 8th is because there's 8 drivers left. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I got a streak of them going right now when it comes to this game, so I gotta spend a little more time for the next one. I don't know what track is next, but whatever track it is, I gotta spend more time practicing it. Because the last two I pretty much raw dogged it. And it is showing. Yeah, well, like I said a little bit earlier, it's the practice. I need to practice right now. It's about 21, we're in lap 21? Yeah, 21 more laps and I'm done. The past fucking week. Tried to do some practice laps with Ice Cream the other day, but had some issues with the ghosting and whatnot, and then I left that. And that's all I got to do, so. God, I just hate these turns. Some of these turns I just hate. It really is taking me a lot to keep doing this, but we are going to keep going. I'm not fucking quitting this. I'm going to go fuck itself. I think Angie's still in the lead. Wish I could provide a better perspective of that fight. Where am I now? Cannot do so. Although, let's be honest, would it just be better for me to DNF and just calm the rest of this race? Because at this rate, I'm clearly not going to finish higher than 8th. Unless there's a, a crash out or something. I don't have no problem doing that if people felt like that was the right thing for me to do. Yeah, let me give it. I'll do like the last 3 laps or something. Let me just do a couple more laps. Yeah, at this rate, it's just like kind of losing the motivation to even do these laps anyway. You know, hard when you're this far behind. I was hoping for a safety car that never came. These laps are getting worse. Honestly, I think I'm just going to bring the car in this lap. I'm done driving. I just don't have it today. I'll do one more lap. I'm just over it. Don't have it today. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just putting her in this lap. Yeah, I really gotta look into the setups. I'm just getting my setups from shitty fucking free site right now, and it's not doing me any good. And I gotta spend more time putting the work into. Alright, let's race over. Hop over to comms. Retire. Alright, how do I change my point of view now? I guess my car actually retire first. Yeah, alright. Let's check in on Angie, who looks like he is a mile ahead of fucking everyone else right now, and he is. Alright, so yeah, Angie is way ahead. Is our race leader right now. Let's see where we do have a battle, and where we do have a battle is for P2 and P3. The other Williams car, Void Boy, he is in 2nd place. Right behind his teammate, well, I shouldn't say right behind his teammate Angie. It is 5.5 seconds behind his teammate Angie. He's right ahead of Fexen in this battle for P2. Let's check on Oliver, who is passing my car, which is retired on the track after retiring in the pits. So, the car is out of the way. Ever tired out in 8th place after making 4 stops. Just obviously not what you want. It's never going to be what you want. So we have 2 battles right now. We have a battle going on for 4th place between Truxie and Flo. Flo right behind Truxie, who does have a penalty. I believe that is just a 3-second penalty. Let's check it out. It is a 3-second penalty, but nonetheless. Oh, and I'm sorry. We have Angie with a 13-second penalty. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So Angie had a speeding in the pit penalty. I thought Angie was running away with this one, and although he is, those penalties are going to be huge. So right now, Roydaboy is your provisional leader. So this battle that we're seeing is actually probably for the lead, because with those penalties, Angie's probably sitting in 4th or 5th place. Oh, that is a huge speeding penalty. Alright, so again, Roydaboy is our leader for the moment, with Angie with that 13 seconds of penalties. Looking at 2 battles right now out there. Again, between Flo and Truxie. But Flo would probably be smart to, you know, play it safe. That 3-second penalty that Truxie has, make sure he keeps it on track. Looks like that's what he's doing. He's not being too aggressive. Oh, let's see. So let's look at some people want to look at the tire ages. So everyone's looking at very old. Everyone pitted right around the same time. So everyone's on everywhere from 14 to 15 lap old tires right now. So not really any difference in terms. You know, I don't know what the tire wear is at for these drivers, but in terms of tire age, everyone's looking right around at the same thing right now. Very strong day for this Williams team right now. 1st and 2nd place on the grid. Looking to expand on that Constructors' Championship lead that they have. They're through 6 rounds. Starting to see Fexen get a little more aggressive, though. As he's running out of time to make a move on Roydaboy. Starting to see him get a little more aggressive. Trying to find an opening. Whether it be on the inside or the outside. Around Roydaboy, he's just trying to find wherever he can find it. Maybe he's looking for an opportunity with the DRS here on this next lap. Just 3 laps to go. Again, he's going to have an opportunity, and Flo has actually made an overtake. So we're on board with Fexen here. Flo has made an overtake on Truxie for 4th place. And it looks like Fexen was, but they're playing a little bit of DRS game here. Roydaboy and Fexen, who's going to get the DRS? I believe it still will be. It will be Fexen, so he'll have the advantage here, and I think we're going to see an overtake. Can Roydaboy defend it? He's doing everything he can to push him wide, but it won't be enough. It looks like he has gotten by. We do see some contact between the two, and Roydaboy trying to get the inside. He does get the position back for now, and he holds him off, and Fexen has made contact with the wall. I think we saw some part of his front wing fly off as well, so Fexen making some contact with Roydaboy. It appears to still be intact. I for sure thought it was front wing damage as well, but it appears both end plates are still intact from what I could see. I apologize, I went to the wrong POV there. But from everything I can see from these 2 angles, it appears the front wing is intact, but surely something must have been damaged on the car there. So it looked like Fexen was squeezed into that wall, surely. That will be looked into afterwards, but like you said, like Mars is saying in chat, surely Angie will be loving this battle behind him. He's going to need an additional 5 seconds and 2 laps. But if it's going to happen, this is how it's going to happen. So again, we're looking at, really quick, looking at our leader, Angie, running away with this one on track, but sitting with 13 seconds of penalties. They're going to massively change how the end of this race looks. Looking at the position changes, Jacob W. Curtis up 3 spots. He started this race last. Good job by him to get up to 6th place for now. Roy Boy up 2 spots as well. Look back at that lead for 2nd place. In that battle for 2nd place, I should say. And again, maybe the battle for the win. As these two go wheel to wheel and they make contact again. And this is the same turn we saw Fexen go into the wall last time. He avoids it this time. But it's at the cost of letting Roy DeBoy get by. As we now see J.W. Curtis with a surprise fastest lap. As he went onto those softs, he snags an extra point for now. And he might just get away with that extra point. Very sneaky, smart move by Curtis. As he was not in danger of losing a position to Oliver behind him. And he got the fastest lap. This battling really causing Angie to have a chance, as now Roy DeBoy has fallen almost 10 seconds behind as he continues to fight with Fexen. It's going to be very interesting. We're now on lap 30, but I do believe we're about to start the last lap as Angie crosses the line. We are. So it's going to be really hard for Roy DeBoy or Fexen to not be our race winner, but let's see. And Angie, I will say, has done a good job of now fighting and, pretty much guaranteeing a podium position. As Fexen makes a move on the inside, and he does get by for now. So Fexen into 2nd place for the time being, but now a very important DRS detection zone, and Roy DeBoy looks like the one who will be getting it. Let's hop on board with him, as he's right on the gearbox of Fexen, and does get DRS, but not the best exit out. He was further behind Fexen than he wanted to be, and I don't think he's going to have the speed to get by him before the straight's over, and he's not going to, so he's going to stay behind for now. And Roy DeBoy gets a 3-second penalty, all but ending his run at this race win. So Fexen is now the one who looks like he's on for the race win, as long as he can keep it clean. Not get any more penalties to keep it ahead. A very, very unfortunate penalty there for Roy DeBoy. As we look at that battle for 4th and 5th, or what was the battle at one point, Flo has now hopped 5 seconds ahead of Truxie. Truxie has an additional penalty to go with it, so good day for the V-Carb team as well. Their drivers, I think, are going to finish 4th and 6th in this race. And let's look on board. Very close battle here, but again, with that 3-second penalty, it's pretty much game, set, match for him. So let's look on board with Angie. Angie is going to be a race winner despite 13 seconds of penalties. He is going to cross the line as your race winner. It says an additional 10-second penalty for not serving a penalty. And so he had 23 seconds of penalties? And he has dropped out of the race win. Is that correct? That is what our boards are showing. That he had an additional penalty due to not serving one, and he has dropped it to 2nd. And right now, I don't know, folks, but right now it is showing that Fexen is your race winner in the Aston Martin. I will say that as a surprise. I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. I am just losing my mind. I had it reversed. It's not a surprise because Fexen was within 10 seconds and Angie had that 13-second lead. So I do apologize. I completely flubbed the end call there. It is Fexen who is absolutely for sure your race winner. No, it is absolutely for sure. Fexen is for sure your race winner. Roy DeBoy was very close despite that 3-second penalty. So I made a mistake at the end. Fexen is definitely your winner because Angie got 13 seconds of penalty. So Angie drops to P2. And just barely, though, as Roy DeBoy came within 0.2 of nabbing P2. So Fexen is your race winner for the Aston Martin. Angie could not overcome the 13 seconds of penalties. Not enough. I think he was 10 seconds ahead at the time, so he will finish in P2. Williams drivers P2 and P3. Angie would have ran away with that one without the penalty, but it's what it is. And your winner, Fexen. Let me just quickly get our drivers of the day in there. I believe our drivers of the day nominees will, of course, be Fexen. This is going to be your top 3 drivers. It is going to be Fexen, your race winner, Roy DeBoy, and of course Angie, despite having those 13 seconds of penalty, still coming in P2. Let's get a quick screenshot of our final results. And just 7 drivers finishing today's race. So it will be Fexen. Went from P3 to P1. He's your race winner, followed by Angie Roy DeBoy, Floanx, Truxy, JW, Curtis Oliver, myself, and Bahavish. Your final results here in Singapore for Division 3.